Hi, this is Scott Varilek, Varilek Trading, Sioux Center, Iowa. February 3 today, Thursday, on the close. We're looking okay on the live cattle markets. We've had some 140 cash trade in the north and in the south as well today. So getting a little bit of a $3 to $4 higher cash in some markets. That's a good trend. Packers aren't out buying several numbers. Some areas are still, cash negotiators are still struggling to get a little bit of a bid sometimes, but those prices are there. Now, we did see the 3 weeks prior decreased slaughter numbers on the daily kills. Chain speed was moving slow. To start the week, this week, we've had some pretty good numbers. We're getting back to where we probably should be on some of those daily numbers. So we're already caught back up. And when you look back, I feel like we made it through those 3 weeks in pretty decent shape. I don't think we're severely backed up on cattle right now. To me, we're actually tighter on numbers than what's a little bit expected. Otherwise, we would have a lot of people crying, trying to find home for cattle, which there are a few. Yes, I know there's some instances where there's some larger cattle still in the yards looking for a spot to go, but overall, I still think we're okay. Maybe a little bit of nerves that the boxes haven't taken off quite as sharp as people thought that they might, but we're still just in the beginning of February here. Got some cold weather coming through, some snow patterns, so we're getting closer to that spring, but we're not there yet. So I think that's yet to come. We looked at the cattle inventory report this week, and those tighter numbers I talked about, I think those reports start to really reflect what this cow herd, what we've been saying. We've got all 97%, 98% on the cow herd size, the replacement heifers. We're looking like we're in that part of the cattle cycle where we've really decreased numbers, and we're getting to a very tight area. So hopefully we have the ability to negotiate some higher trade as we do have tighter numbers. I don't think we're getting overrun with show list numbers and too many cattle looking to move. And guess what? When these feeder calves really start to rally, we're going to need to rebuild that cow herd if we get some rain. Hay costs high. We're pretty dry in cow-calf country, and entering the spring, we're really hoping for some moisture to get some of this grass started pretty good. Otherwise, it won't be a rebuilding year this year, and those heifers might indeed go back to the feed yard. But when we need to start breeding heifers and that heifer retention really kicks in, then we're going to have no supply side issues because we're going to be really tight. It's not going to be the cow-calf guy's fault for raising too many feeder calves. That's why the packer can't take more cattle. It's not going to be their fault. We're going to need to rebuild that cow herd. And that's the bed we're making. With less money making it down to the producer, I think over years it hasn't worked for a lot of producers. So there's been a lot of liquidation due to profitability as well as the drought. So I think those are two factors. And we're going to need some profitability back into the market, some incentive, some rain, to rebuild that cow herd. So looking forward, I am really friendly to these markets, and there's a reason that some of these deferred cattle markets are as high as they are. 185 deferred feeders, 150 deferred live cattle. They know that as well. They're starting to pump in some of those premiums there. Now, the only issue is if the packer already has 85% of the capacity spoken for, already coming to their doors, is it really worth the risk for them to try to grab that other 15%? Or will they just continue to run at a slower chain speed and keep a lid on everything? So that's been the problem. Back in 2014, we had a lot more cash negotiators than we do now. So it's going to be a little bit of a different ball game in that aspect. So if you have any questions, give us a call. Varilek Trading, Sioux Center, Iowa. The risk of loss in trading futures and/or options is substantial. Have a good day.